last episode, I teased something, and you could have seen some unexplained levels and some background hints, so I think it's good I just jumped straight into that. I went to Tempoross, but I didn't stay just to get some of the fishing gear. I did take some breaks at one point, which is why you saw these hints while I was doing other things. In fact, at one point, I didn't have lunar spells or even barehanded fishing when I started this grind. I even stopped to get the Encountered hammer, which is a hammer I can equip in free space, and alone took me about 8 hours going AFK trying to collect it. But once I came back, I stored 8,000 permits. I only stopped there because I had to. 8,000 is the limit. If you've never done Tempoross, it is a skilling boss, mainly focusing on fishing, much like how Winter Toad is for fire making. Except this was released after Winter Toad, and they realized what not to do again. It was nice having my rewards stock up at a pool instead of flooding my bank with too many boxes, but once you get 8,000 rewards, you don't just spam open boxes, which is good because everything ends up on the floor, but you do have to fish out your rewards from a pool. It takes 1.8 seconds, or 3 ticks, for each reward, which may not sound bad, but that means for 4 hours, I have to fish out my rewards that I already worked for to actually have them. As bad as I am making it seem, I had friends stay with me. I streamed on Twitch for the first time. I expected to just sit by and let my game run in the background, and I'd check up every so often, but I had told people about it and they wanted me to stream it. So I expected to have people watch from afar. I had people stand next to me and watch me for the whole 4 hours. 4 hours is a long time to be staring at yourself fish. It has to be worse watching someone else fish. That being said, I want to thank the 2 clans that attended the area, the Twitch chat, the clan chat, or just gave a simple good luck from the Lounge and Mystic Cove, as well to any friends or random passerbyers. Now, the highlights. I got the tackle box, which holds all my fishing equipment at 41 rewards. The big harpoon fish, a trophy I can mount in my house, at 443 rewards. The fish barrel, that holds another 28 fish while I'm out fishing in the wild at 485 rewards. A second harpoon fish at 1,844. And at a 1 out of 8,000 drop rate, I got the tiny Tempoross, the boss unique pet at 2,237. And a third harpoon fish at 2,423. And I finally get the tome of water at 4,229. I have gotten everything unique at Tempoross and will never need to come back. Although I can get the dragon harpoon here, I can also get it fairly easily at Worms. And now that I got one tome, I've got a second tome at 4,242. And here comes a fourth harpoon fish at 5,764. And here's a third tome of water at 6,624. And the fourth at 7,143, which will be my last. It seems like the search for the dragon tools continue, although I am much more glad to get the pet than the harpoon, which I can get elsewhere. I ended up with over 37,000 bass, 25,000 swordfish, 13,000 sharks, 7,000 sea turtles, and 5,000 manta rays, and this other loot. But it doesn't stop there. I opened every casket as well and got all of this loot. I also did these clue scrolls as much as possible, which did cause an issue with Runelight and me opening the caskets from the clue scrolls and the caskets from Tempoross too quickly together, which is why there's these random one-off items at the bottom and 392 caskets tracked at the top instead of 390. I used some of these spirit flakes to unlock the cosmetic for my angler's outfit, but I will be keeping the rest for any high level food fishing I'll be doing like anglerfish. Spirit flakes give me a 50% chance to catch 2 fish instead of 1, but if I don't get 2 fish, 1 flake is still consumed. This still comes out to an extra 45,000 fish on top of whatever 90,000 fish over I catch. Now that we're finally leaving Tempoross, I can do those clue scrolls. The most notable thing I got was a blessed dragonhide top, but it's bandos, so it's not as cool. I got some supplies so I can make some ranged combat potions, which I will have to boost my level to make. I leveled my prayer a couple levels, and I got to level 65. I use these supplies and start my first fight case run. This is an endurance fight. I don't just jump in and fight the big bad guy, I fight waves of minions. Including the boss, there are 63 waves. The first wave is 1 weak monster. The second wave, there are 2 weak monsters. Excluding the boss, there are 5 unique monsters I have to fight in this manner before actually reaching the boss, and they all have special mechanics. There will never be 3 of the same kind of monster on the field at once, so on the third wave, I move up to the next monster, and then we continuously repeat these waves until I reach the boss. Maybe I will cover this more later. As for this run, I botched the whole thing up at the end because I was just being too slow. Honestly, this should be a death, but dying here doesn't actually make me die, as this is one of those places with exceptions for a hardcore. I don't know, maybe they will make an extreme hardcore one day to follow more strict rules, but as for now, we move on. The clan I am in started a bingo event, so I went to do some easy stuff like collecting Mossy Keys or some Worm Slayer tasks, and in doing so, I completed the Korend Hard Diary tasks. But I'm not going all out for a competitive event with my hardcore just yet, so I now get to sit back and cook all my newly acquired fish. But first, I need to get some cooking gear, like the cooking gauntlets, which will help me burn a lot less of these. This will obviously set me up for some better food, which will help me from not dying, my number one goal. But because of all the fish you saw earlier, I was able to go all the way to 99 cooking. And then some, which puts me at the top 500 hardcores in cooking experience. And I take the CEO of Rex's spot. The CEO of Rex is a pretty descriptive name, if you didn't know, because that is the rank 1 hardcore at Dagannoth Rex. I am not sure how I'm going to handle the next episode. If you haven't found out yet, I generally jump around all over the place, but I don't want to make things confusing. This whole time I could have really dragged out the videos. I mean, there's a lot you haven't seen, but I feel pretty obligated to hurry up and finish this.